So this is day 5 of reading clearly, trying to read clearly, pen in my mouth. So let's start. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this is chapter 3rd from book Atomic Habits, and so how to build better habits in 4 simple steps. In 1898, a psychologist named Edward Thorndike conducted an experiment that would lay the foundation for our understanding of how habits form and the rules that guide the behavior that are behavior. Thorndike was interested in studying the behavior of animals, and he started by working with cats. He would place each cat inside a device known as puzzle box. The box was designed so that the cat could those uh, escape through a door by some simple act, such as pulling at the loop of the cord, pressing a lever, or stepping on a platform. For example, one box contained a lever that, when pressed, would open a door on the side of the box. Once the door has been opened, the cat could dart out and run over to the ball of food. Bowl of food. Most cats wanted to escape as soon as they were placed inside the box. They would poke their nose into the corners, stick their paws through openings, and claw at loose objects. After a few minutes of exploration, the cats would happen to press the magical lever, the door would open and they would escape. Thorndike tracked the behavior of each cat and across many trials. In the beginning, the animals moved around the box at random. But as soon as the lever has been pressed and the door opened, the process of learning began. Gradually, each cat learned to associate the action of pressing the lever with rewarding of escaping the door and getting the food. After 20 to 30 trials, this behavior became so automatic and habitual that the cat could escape within a few seconds. For example, Thorndike noted that cat 12 took the following times to perform the act: 160, 30, 90, 60, 15, 28, 20, 30, 22, 11, 15, 20, 12, 10, 14, 10, 8, 8, 5, 10, 8, 6, 6, 7. During the first three trials, the cat escaped in average of 1.5 minutes. During the last three trials, the escaped in an average of 6.3 seconds. With practice, each cat made fewer errors and their actions became quicker and more automatic. Rather than repeat the same mistakes, the cat began to cut straight to the solution. From his study, Thorndike described the learning process by stating behaviors followed by satisfying the consequences tend to be repeated, and those that would produce unpleasant consequences are likely to be repeated. His work provides the perfect starting point for discussing how habits form, form in our own lives. It also provides answer to fundamental questions like what are habits and why does the brain bother building them at all. So let's read now why your brain build habits. So a habit is a behavior that has been repeated enough time to become automatic. The process of habit formation begins with trial and error. When you encounter a new situation in life, your brain has to make a decision. How do I respond to this? The first time you come across a problem, across a problem, the process of habit formation begins with trial and error. When you encounter a new situation in life, your brain has to make decision. How do I respond to this? The first time you come across, you are not sure how to solve it. Like Thorndike's cat, you are just trying things out to see what works. Neurological activity in the brain is high during this period. You are carefully analyzing the situation and making conscious decisions about how to act. You are taking in tons of information and trying to make sense of it all. The brain is busy learning the most effective course of action. Occasionally, like a cat pressing a lever, you stumble across a solution. You are feeling anxious, and you discover that going for a run calms you down. Calms you down. You are mentally exhausted. Arre. You are mentally exhausted for a long day of work. From a long day of work, and you learn that playing a video games relaxes you. You are exploring, and then bam, a reward, 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 reward. Okay, reward. After after you stumble upon unexpected reward, you alter your strategy for next time. Your brain immediately begins to catalog the events that preceded the reward. Wait a minute, that felt good. What did I do right before that? This is the feedback loop behind all human behavior. Try, fail, learn, try differently. With practice, the useless movements fade away and the useful actions get reinforced. That's habit forming. When you face a problem repeatedly, your brain begins to automate the process of solving it. Your habits are just a series of automatic solutions that solve the problems and stresses you face regularly. As behavioral scientist Jason Hira writes, habits are simply reliable solution to recurring problem in our environment. As habits are created, the level of activity in the brain decreases. You learn to lock in on the cues that predict success and tune out everything else. When a similar situation arises in the future, you know exactly what to do, what to look for. There is no longer a need to analyze every angle of the situation. Your brain skip the process of trial and error and creates a mental rule. If this, then that. These cognitive scripts can be followed automatically when the situation is appropriate. Now, whenever you feel stressed, you get the itch to run. As soon as you walk in the door from the work, you grab a video game controller. A choice that once required effort is now automatic. A habit has been created. Habits are mental shortcuts from experience. In a sense, habit is just a memory of steps you previously followed to solve a problem in the past. Whenever the conditions are right, you can draw on this memory and automatically apply the same Solution. Solution. This primary reason The primary reason the brain remembers the past is to better predict what will work in the future. Habit formation is incredibly useful because the conscious mind is the bottleneck of the brain. It can only pay attention to one problem at a time. As a result, your brain is always working to preserve your conscious attention for whatever task is most essential. Whenever possible, the conscious mind likes to pawn off tasks to non-conscious mind to do automatically. This is precisely what happens when a habit is formed. Habits reduce cognitive loads and free up mental capacity, so you can allocate your attention to other tasks. Despite of efficiency, some people still wonder about the benefits of habits. The argument goes like, will habits make my life dull? I don't want to pigeonhole myself into a lifestyle I don't enjoy. Doesn't so much routine take away the vibrancy and spontaneity of life? Hardly. Such questions set off a false dichotomy. They make you think that you have to choose between building habits and attaining freedom. In reality, in reality, in reality, the two complement of each other. Habits do not restrict freedom; they create it. In fact, the people who don't have habits handle are often the ones who with the least amount of freedom. Without good financial habits, you will be always struggling for next dollar. Without habits, good health habits, you will always seem to short on energy. Without good learning habits, you will always feel like you are behind the curve. If you are always being forced to make decisions about simple tasks, when should I work out? Where do I go to write? Where do I pay the bills? Then you have less time for freedom. It's only by making fundamentals of life easier that you can create the mental space needed for free thinking and creativity. Conversely, when you have habits dialed in and the basics of life are handled and done, your mind is free to focus on new challenges and master the Next set of problems. Building habit is the present in the present allows you to do more of what you want to be in the future, what you want in the future. So in tomorrow we will learn about the science of how habits work. Thank you.